Welcome! This is a deck presentation of our Cluster-fobia deck, or planned graveyard control deck. Like the main card of the deck, also the giver of the name, is this card, Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis. It's a 22 beater and level 8. And in your end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it by removing one plain type monster. This is the only way you can special summon it on, by the way. And when this card is destroyed and sent to a graveyard, your opponent loses 800 points, so life points. So yeah, it's pretty much the burn part of the deck, this card. Then we have 3 Mystic Tomato and 3 Cherry and Tomato and 3 Botanical Girl. Which are all searchers, which search out something from the deck to thin out the deck. And Mystic Tomato, you will often search another Mystic Tomato or a Cherry Tomato to get new plants into the graveyard. And Cherry Tomato, by the way, when this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 2 other Inmato monsters from your deck. So yeah, it's like this. This card dies in battle, and you get an Inmato and a Cherry Tomato, then you can synchro for instant Catastrophe or Ammonite, because Cherry Tomato is a tuner, so...
Android.
Magical Android, yeah. And Botanical Girl, you can use her to search out your Cluster Amaryllis. And then we have Lone Fire Blossom, pretty much every monster in the deck except for Sangan and Dark Arm Dragon is plant type monsters, so you have a lot of possibilities, though often you'll go for Titanial or Cherry Tomato or Dandelion, depending on the situation. So yeah, and then we have Dandelion. Dandelion is just nice because it's a plant and its effect helps you to manipulate the level of your synchros or to your stall or whatever. Then we have Sangan, search out pretty much every plant in your deck except for the high beaters, Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis and Titanial Dark Armed. Otherwise it can search out everything. Spore, just a nice card. I only play one because its effect can only be activated once in each duel. You can remove from play a plant type monster in your graveyard to special summon this card and then have it gain the level of the removed monster and its tuner. So yeah, there's a lot of synchroing and burning and beatdown. It's a nice mix of everything. And then we have Titanial here because she works with Lone Fire and Trading, which we have here. Yeah, so, and Dark Armed is in here because it's pretty much a win condition. You can use your Cluster Amaryllis to remove plant type monsters from your graveyard, so you have 3 darks in the grave because Inmato is dark, Cherry Tomato is dark, and Mystic Tomato is dark. So you use Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis to manipulate your graveyard to make the path ready for Dark Armed to enter the field. And then right here we have 3 Creature Swap. Creature Swap is amazing in this deck because you have 9 searchers with very low defense, and then you play Creature Swap, give the opponent your searcher in or Dandelion for that sake, or Sangan, give them that card in attack and then take their high beater or whatever. Yeah, and then we have Trade-In. Trade-In is really good in this deck because you can use it to get Cluster Amaryllis in the grave and and then draw 2 cards. It's always a bonus, and you can also use it on Titanial. So yeah, Heavy Storm because Heavy Storm is nice, it's a stable, and yeah, enough said. Allure of Darkness, we have like 8, 9, 10 darks in the deck, and yeah, so why not fit it in? I mean, it's a nice card all around. Then we have card destruction. Obviously we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card that actually does something in the graveyard. And also it's very bad to end up with clocked hands of Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis or searches and stuff. So you can also use a card destruction just to refresh your hand and get those Cluster Amaryllis in your graveyard, and just to get plants in your grave fast too. And then we have MST, obviously it's stable, so enough said. And then we have foolish burial to pick out a dandelion or Phoenician cluster amaryllis, depending on the situation you're in. I'm kind of debating about this card because in the testing it didn't prove so useful, but yeah, I'll keep it for a while. So yeah, then we have Skill Drain. Skill Drain just pwns every meta deck right now. It's an anti-meta card, and especially in this deck it's very powerful because all of your searchers activates in the graveyard. Your Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis activates in the graveyard. The only card it really shuts down is in Meto. By the way, in Meto's effect is if a plant type monster gets targeted except for itself, you can tribute the Invato to draw 2 cards. So yeah, that effect is negated. Otherwise, every card almost activates in the graveyard, so Skill Drain doesn't affect them. Yeah. And then 2 Bottomless and Torrential and Mirror Force, saw them all stable cards. Yeah, Call of the Haunted because you can easily get a Titanial in your graveyard. Often you will also like to use Call of the Haunted on your tuners and or Lone Fire Blossom for that matter. Call of the Haunted is very good in this deck in particular. Yeah, though it's kind of going away from the meta right now. I believe it's a nice card still. So then we have Return from a Different Dimension. Pretty much a win condition in this deck together with the Burn and Dark Armed. Because every time you remove a plant with Cluster Amaryllis, this card gains another target to take in, and your remove from play pile will quickly rise. And when you have like 2 Cherry Tomatoes and 2 Mystic Tomatoes and maybe a Lone Fire or Titanial in your remove from play, and flip Return from a Different Dimension, it's like game. So you just make 2 level 6 synchros and a Titanial on the field. Good game. Yeah. And now for the synchros.
You can make it.
Yeah, we have Bronic, level 6, obviously we make a lot of level 6 in this deck. Urbellum. Oh my god, that's confusing. We got 3 level 8s here.
Very low on time.
Together with Stardust Dragon. The level 7s here. Black Rose is especially important because you do have plants in your graveyard. So an Armory Arm because you can actually make level 4s in this deck.
The most interesting ones are
Splendid Rose,
and
Queen of Thorns. Queen of Thorns I don't really own right now, but it's a plant type monster, level 6 Earth, I guess, and it's 22 attack. And when another monster than a plant type monster, especially summon, the owner of that monster loses 1000 hit points. So it helps the burn part of the deck, yeah. And others are just stables, I guess. These 3 are very important too, because you spam level 5s with Cherry Mato and Invato. So yeah, and by the way, that's a Stardust Dragon here too. Just don't have it. I've bought it out, so yeah. I guess that's it. Peace out.
Yeah, so Fenrir, yeah.